Is this the next big case investment that you should be looking to buy and put money in today? There's a lot of factors supporting this argument, and with the steady popularity of CS2 as well as the steadily increasing player base of the game, it looks like the game is not going anywhere anytime soon, and skins prices as well as cases and all types of investments prices in the CS2 market keep going up, some even higher than the peak that they experienced during the CS2 pre-release hype. So let's talk about the next big case investment and which case it is in the first place. Well, the case I'm talking about over here is none other than the Fracture case. This case was released in 2020, almost 5 years ago now. I'm saying almost because it was in August, but it's still in the prime drop pool, which is an extraordinary feat. I think we've never seen a case be in the prime drop pool for that long of a time ever in the past. So it would be easy to assume that once Valve decide to release a new case traditionally and add that to the prime drop pool, they would remove the oldest case from the drop pool, which would be the Fracture case. That would bring some instant boost to the price and some instant profit to holders of the case, but also it will heavily alter the trajectory of the Fracture case's price, making it go up much faster than it would have if it stayed in the prime drop pool. The simple reason for that is that the supply would stop growing, as the case would now be in the rare drop pool and drop 1% of the time divided by the amount of cases that exist in the rare drop pool, as opposed to dropping 99% of the time divided by the number of cases in the prime drop pool. And so with the already existing demand for the case, the supply would obviously go down over time, as people will still want to open the case, and the case would become rarer and rarer, and so the price will simply go up much faster. Now, the interesting thing is that the price is already going up for this case, even though it's in the prime drop pool and it's actively dropping in competitive games as a free reward of playing CS2 and leveling up in the game. So how is such a widely available and highly supplied case going up in price nowadays? How is it possible? Well, it's simply the fact that out of all the prime drop pool cases, this one has some characteristics that the others don't share with it. It's unique in the fact that it's got the Nomad knife and the skeleton knife. These knives are obviously pretty popular in the community. People want them, people want to open them, and specifically the Nomad knife is only available in the Fracture case and the Shattered Web case, the latter being much more expensive than the former, and so people default to opening the Fracture case in order to try to get their hands on the Nomad knife. It's a pretty simple concept, but this case has a lot of potential to grow, as just like we discussed, it's the oldest in the prime drop pool, and once Valve decide to release a new case and remove one from the prime drop pool, this should be on their radar. However, one thing to point out, one very important factor to keep in mind nowadays, is that with the introduction of the armory, Valve has been adding cases to the game without adding them to the drop pool, and therefore without removing any cases from the prime drop pool. This is their new kind of policy when it comes to releasing cases, and we don't really know how long this is going to last for, if they're going to keep the armory in the game forever, making the new way in which they release cases, or if it's ever going to be removed and replaced with an operation, and therefore they would keep releasing cases like they've done traditionally in the past and adding them to the drop pool while also removing old ones. So would I personally go for the Fracture case as an investment right now? Could it possibly be the biggest case investment of 2025? I would say it's definitely got potential, but the fact that the armory is a thing nowadays is a big factor that could prevent this case from ever going to the next level, and you definitely shouldn't ignore it. But nonetheless, the Fracture case has been going up in price in the last few months. It's been doing pretty good, so it should be a pretty solid investment nonetheless. But how do you guys feel about the Fracture case? Do you think it's a case investment that's got potential, or do you disagree with me? You can let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching another video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.